Boom, boom, boom. Bobby. That takes care of that. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I'm your host, Bart Burke, and we are the Happy Oyster, 52 years young, changing careers, and it's Labor Day. A year ago right now, I couldn't wait for the damn season to be over. This year, no biggie. It's all good. Love and life. Thanks so much for tuning in. Good morning, Jimmy Frozen. I see you're out there and whatnot. Oh man, have I been working like a dog lately. I still got it. Yeah. 10 plus hours, 7 out of the last 8 days, something like that. I don't know. I've been working a lot. 10 plus hours every day, and it's been fun. It's been all good. Got Baby G in the house. Baby G. You got anything to say over there, Baby G? Wave? What are you eating? Honeydew. Baby G's in the house. Where was I? Can you what? What, that leftover breakfast barge that I got in there? You may. I had a breakfast barge today because I've been working so much, I've been losing so much weight. I figured, why not treat myself to a triple heart attack on a hero? That's sausage, bacon, ham, eggs, cheese on a hero roll. Delicious. Strongly recommended. It's the ultimate in egg sandwich. I think they call it the breakfast barge in some places. Some places call it the Hungry Man. I call it the heart attack special. But I've been working so much that there's no chance for a heart attack and no time for a heart attack at that either. All right, so I do have notes for today. This coffee is scalding hot, courtesy of Charlotte. I'm not going to show you Tony Joe. Oh boy. Where was I? I got flustered there for a second. Good help. Oh my. You know what? It's always a challenge to find good help. And it's always a challenge to find help that's good. A new guy this week is working out pretty good, but you know, you're constantly trying to, and again, Paul over at Great Gun, we've been splitting seed because we got a lot of seed to split. And wow, it's too damn hot. And it's just been chaos for the last week. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We'll get more into that in a little bit. First off, I want to talk about, we'll get into that too, Suffolk County. Suffolk County lease program. I was waiting for the Suffolk County lease program to come up, and they were going to give 9 slots, 21 applicants for 9 slots. So I had a little less than half a 50-50 shot at maybe getting one. Anyway, I didn't get one. I did not get picked in the lottery for a 10-acre spot with the Suffolk County. So better luck next year. Start it all over again in January. Now, the people that got picked today, or this past week, which was my only day off, I only took that day off because I wanted to go see this process of a double-blind drawing from the county of Suffolk in the state of New York in the United States of America. The double-blind drawing was interesting to say the least. It was a double-blind drawing, and I came out number 17 out of all of them. So if somebody, whatever, I don't think there's no chance in hell. Unless somebody's going to be giving it up, and I want my slots. I don't necessarily want the slots that they pick, you know what I mean? And, I'm willing to wait until next year because we have the Peconic Baykeeper, which, thank goodness for the Peconic Baykeeper, because they're the guys who granted us a lease that we are waiting on DEC and Army Corps of Engineers and all of those permits, which you guys all know about, and we're all playing that game. And I have not been super like needle and thorn DEC. I've been really letting it do its thing. And again, it's part of another group, and it's a little bit of a group of us. And I was thinking, maybe if we get another site, we could have 2 sites. We could have a northerly site, southerly site, due to whatever the conditions might be. Maybe it's an algae bloom, maybe it's ice, maybe it's winter, maybe it's a better spot, maybe it'd be a better spot for a certain, I don't know. Okay, I just figured, you know what? Let's apply for it. We're here, let's do it. And my initial meeting with the county for that whole thing is what prompted the Peconic Baykeeper. So it's all good. So we have the Baykeeper and things are in there. Okay, so now, next. Right after the county's lease program was up, some people say, oh, I didn't get a lease. No biggie, gone. I went to the DEC, now it's full court press on where the hell are my permits for the other site, our primary site, the Peconic Baykeeper site. So I went to the DEC and I knocked on their door and I said, hi, my name is Mark Burke, I'm with Happy Oyster, blah, 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 blah. And I put in an application approximately 6 months ago, blah, blah, blah. And I was just wondering on the status, blah, blah, blah. And if there's anything that I can do to help it out, or if there's something missing, blah, 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 I'd be happy to help you out, blah, blah, blah. Oh, hello, Mr. Burke. Yes, I'm not aware of it, blah, blah, blah. What's your name? What's your email? What's your telephone number? Blah, blah, blah. When do you think maybe I might hear from you, Mr. DEC? Well, within the next week or so, blah, blah, blah. It's Labor Day weekend, and they might be leaving, blah, blah, blah. There's Patrick's in the house. Hey, bring it on home. We're tuned in. How you guys doing? Patrick and Paul are tuned in. We're talking about their oyster bag a little bit. So anyway, I went to DEC, and I said, DEC, okay, see you later, blah, blah, blah. And they said they'll get back to me next week. Now, I'm going to give one up for the DEC. Bang! The next day, I got an email from them. Mr. Burke, we do have your application, but we are informed that we cannot move forward until the Army Corps of Engineers has approved it first. I was under the assumption, and again, I assumed, and man, was that the wrong thing to do, was to assume. You should never assume anything. I'm not going to get into that, but it's all good. Because I've been working, I've been doing, I've been having. I make excuse now, Patrick. These guys are guys that I work on the boat. If you don't know who Patrick is, guys, Patrick is one of the guys that was on the boat. Never mind. Not gonna do that. Not gonna make excuses. There is no excuses. It's full court press on these boys forward for the next step. We're gonna have oysters. I am gonna, by hook or crook, I'm gonna have oysters in the water. I don't know what's, they're gonna be, whatever. We're gonna have some sort of a system in the water working, ready to go for a first plant of spring of next year. I am doing everything in my power to do that. All right. Meanwhile, onward and outward to the next flavor. Equipment. I have been fortunate enough not to have been able to go in and out of the boat lately. So currently I've had the chance not to wear my waders, which I hate wearing rubber pants, which we all know how many rubber pants I've been going through and how I hate them damn things. So I've been able to keep my Red Wing boots on. And that has been like a savior for my feet because, my feet are pretty precious. I've been on my feet all my life. I've been working on my feet all my life. I got varicose veins and I'm supposed to wear that support hook. Bullshit. I am not getting old. I'm not afraid of dying, just afraid of getting old. Anyway, to make a long story short, I wore my old boots, my old Red Wings for a day, and they got nasty. I mean, nasty. That's right, okay, it should be like it. So, you're delayed. Well, whatever, delayed street. First one, demolished. My old ones, I mean demolished. The first day, just soaked to the bone. They had little bits of oyster shell. All right, I'm gonna put those to the side. We're gonna let them dry out. It's now time to go to my new ones. Dee, 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 dee. I love these boots. These boots are the best things in sliced bread. Let me tell you what, they're waterproof right up to here. Red Wing boots, the shit. I am not gonna lie. I hate to use that. No, I don't hate to use that. That's the way it is. That's the truth. Come on, channel. So I brought up my new ones. See, I keep a rotation of the new ones. These are my dress boots, but I had to use my dress boots. It was time to make my dress boots. It was time to retire my old work boots into my dress boots, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, make a long story short, the first day out, these guys got destroyed. And I'm like, damn, we're going to put these things to the test. Let's see what happens. The second day came around. I wore them again. I did not get wet on the inside. Third day. Today, by that time, my old boots have been back in action, and I wore my old boots, and it didn't get that wet. But anyway, I put on a new Nature Seal Paste Formula, boom, by Red Wing. Cost like 13 bucks for this little itty bitty jar. I slathered that stuff on with their applicator, the Red Wing 100% pure horsehair. I think it's bullshit. Horsehair bristle, which you kind of give it a little bufferooning, blah blah blah. Looking like $1 million. I mean, these things were trashed a couple of days in a row. They're looking great. I am going to go get a new pair of dress boots because it is time to retire the old ones, or at least put them on like light duty or like in case of duty. But these guys aren't doing too bad. I'll give you a little quickie look. No. The old ones. Nice legs. Bike man, you got nice legs. I mean, Bart man, you got nice legs. Keep forgetting where the hell I am. All right, that was that equipment. Constellation Brands. We must talk about Constellation Brands real quick and really quick. We all know that I'm a fan of cannabis and that cannabis is going to be legal in the United States, and it's even more confirmation after about a week ago or so. Constellation Brands, they own Coors, they own some sort of vodka, they own some other beer, and I think they got Molson, blah, 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 blah. They decided that they were going to invest $4 billion into Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth is a Canadian company in the cannabis field. Cannabis is going to be legal in the country of Canada very, very shortly. What that did for the whole sector was whoop-ah! And I had a great week last week. It was all good and well. Besides working like a dog, it's just like the stars were aligning in exactly the right moment. It was beautiful, to say the least. So anyway, bring it on home. That took care of that. Oh no, these guys, you know, Patrick over here and Paul, we're starting to talk about the value of nothing one of these days, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, man, I can't even come close to even thinking about talking about the value of nothing without one thing in one hand and another in another hand, and we'll talk about that at a later date. Bring it on home. Last week's show was kind of crappy at the open. I don't know if I've been able to stick through it. It worked out all right. Red Wing, we did that. All right, bring it on home. Bags, and more bags. Let me turn it around. Oh my God, that coffee is scalding. It was my mother and our coffee maker. Well, I shouldn't say that. The coffee maker parts are in the dishwasher, and I think the dishwasher shit the bed, so I think I'm gonna get a new dishwasher. So anyway, I'm back to the old system, the old Charlotte percolator, where you put the stuff in and it percolates up and it kind of trickles down. It makes the best coffee in the world. It takes a little bit of time, but the old school percolation is the way to go. Bring it on home. Wolfie's in the house. I heard a fixed what? Let me see that. What did he say? I heard of a fixed hole in the International Space Station with duct tape. Time to invest in shares of duct tape. I like that. Duct tape. All right. The questions that came up from 10 Speed to Bike Hanger on last week's show when we were out in the middle of the day was that you brought up, last week's show was great, I wish you kept it going, blah, blah, blah. But again, I gotta be careful of the camera, I got it on the phone, I got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm getting paid, and it's not my boat, it's not my show, it's not, you know, I just wanted to give you guys a quickie overview. But I brought up a lot of new questions about what's going on. The questions were, what's going on with the bags? And the bags have floats on them. And the bags, if they have floats on them, then the oysters are out of the water. Wrong. Oysters are in the water, okay? This is our typical bag setup. I brought one in to make sure that I could show you guys exactly what's going on with the actual bag, how big it is, what it's about, what it looks like, all of the above. I'm sure we'll get more into it in depth. Maybe we'll even get Paul in here to show you what it looks like to cut one down. He has a little form that he puts them on. Again, there's a lot of labor that goes into this little guy, believe it or not. It's crazy. His form and his fold on here and the way that he cuts his bags and how they form and how they fold into one another is a great, great deal. Not a bad idea. I'm thinking that possibly when you finally do have a really good system, and I was thinking about this for Paul even, was make a video of exactly the components of the bag, what they're called, so that way when we have a new employee, we can tell the new employee, hey new employee, check this out, this is the system, this is how it works, and it's going to maybe save a little bit of time. You know, I'm kind of going to the old military thing. You talk about it, you show it to them, you know, you talk about it, you show it to them, see what's on. You let them go out there and do it a little bit and maybe fail on their own a little bit, and then you come back and you talk about it again. Usually 3 times is about what it takes to learn something. And those are the 3 steps. Just a thought. Now, it looks real simple, but there's a lot of engineering going on to this thing. We have these floats on here called this happens to be the Go Deep float. If you look at this float, it's a little bit on the edge shape. Old floats used to be like this, round. Do you like to see the difference? Go deep or go home? No. There you go. Boom. The round floats kept it up out of the water a little bit more. The Go Deep floats makes it go down deep. Hence the name, Go Deep. They are in the center. We have the zip tie. Now, as you can see, the bridle is only 1, 2, and 3 away. And it's tightened down. And we make these webbing. We cut these down. And we have to tie this. We have to zip tie this onto this. It goes on and on and on and on and on. But the deal is that this thing sits in the water here, and the oyster, it's about here, and the oysters are in the drink. Just at the surface. Right where the sweet spot is, at the surface, where the waves. Whoosh. Sound effects are important. Whoosh. That's the oysters tumbling around, removing the itsy bitsy bits of shell around their edge. Whoosh. Right at the shell. Whoosh. Okay? Everybody getting the idea? I'm making a little joke out of it, but you guys get where I'm coming from. So they really are truly tide crafted. Wave crafted, tide finished. Help me out there, Patrick. What is it? What's the slogan again? I can't remember, but it's something like that. But you get the idea. Right at the surface, optimum amount of food for the oyster, as well as the tumbling motion, which enabling with the tumble, and when you have the tumbling motion of the tide on the surface, you could possibly eliminate the tumbler like, oh, as you can see it over there. Now, is that a critical? Oops, almost lost my phone. Sorry about that. There we go. Tumbling helps to prune it, helps to clean it, helps to make a deeper cup on the shell. It's kind of critical. You could overwork your oyster too as well. It could be. Wave crafting. Thank you very much, Patrick. There are multiple different ways of doing oysters. You can do them on the bottom, you can do them directly on the bottom, meaning just throw them out on the bottom and let them do their thing and come by and scoop them up a little bit later. Not very organized, not very controlling. You can do them on cages that are on the bottom. That's still called off bottom. You can do them on the surface with bags. You could do those bags that we're showing you without the floats and throw those on the bottom. Multiple different ways, and depending upon who you are and what you think and who you and blah 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 blah, and where it is has something to do with it too. Whole spot is perfect for surface farm. Perfect. The water is perfect. The height of the water is okay. Sometimes at high tide you got to go in with a wetsuit and the water might be up to here, but whatever, you know. Optimum spot for him. For me, a surface system is just it ain't gonna work. It's just too damn rough. It's too damn rough, it's too damn deep, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna sink them to the bottom and you're gonna hope for the best. Not really, because you're gonna be pulling them up and you're gonna be throwing them through the tumbler and you're gonna be checking them out and you're gonna make sure that you stay after your product. You've gotta keep an eye on it. If I haven't learned anything from the last 6 months of working as a pro with a pro, you got to keep your eye on this stuff. This is not something that you just set out there and say, see you later, I'll see you in a couple of months. You got to stay on top of all of those bridles. Got to be checked. Everything's got to be checked. You got to see where the density is. Let me go back again for what the hell we were doing this past week, okay? All week long, all right? When I work with Mike Brown, we could bang out 3 separate lines, okay? 3 lines. There's 30 bags in a line, and we triple split. So I'm talking about a lot of oysters. We took this bag, you opened it up, you dumped it out. You took the big pile, you cut it into 3 different piles. You took then 2 empties plus the 1, put it into here, sealed it all back up again, okay? And then you had to get violent with the thing. You had to grab it in each corner like this, and you went ka-chung, ka-boom, ka-boom. And you can imagine the shell. And in fact, you have to do that 10 times, by the way. And then all the shell and all the crap is flying everywhere, and the oysters are going ka-ch. And remind you now, one of these things, when they come on board, they're filled, Paul always asks me, is it half full or 3/4 or whatever? And half filled with seed that we put in just a little bit ago that was only about this much. And it grew to this much. And now we split it back down to this much. And in probably a couple of months, we're kind of on the fence about this, but I guarantee you there's going to be some oysters that are in that batch that we were culling out or separating out that are going to be edible in a couple of months. I guarantee you. You got to keep your eye on it. You're dealing with algae on the growth of the bags that weigh the bags down. You're dealing with maybe a worm set, little itty bitty little guys that are starting to do their thing, and you got to scrape them off. If you don't keep on top of it, you could be in for a whole lot of hurting because you're lazy. Don't be lazy. So again, good work and good help, right? Oh, boy, that is delicious. You're talking hard work. Yeah, it's hard work. It's a ball, though, man. I am having the time of my life, Sandra. There's no ifs, no ands, or no buts. It is hard work. But you don't have to deal with anybody. You don't have to talk to anybody. You know, it gives you a lot of time to think about your plan when you're out there doing this. You know, sometimes it sounds like it's a menial task, but it gives you a lot of time to, once you understand the task, then you can start to deprogram from the task and into your mind. At least this is what I do. And I'm working by myself. I love working by myself. I'm my own best friend, to tell you the truth. And I can zone in and I can start to think. And then I start thinking as I'm doing that manual task, and the manual task just kind of just gets done, and the thinking gets done. And then you get home, and then you get to, you know, maybe write out the thoughts, maybe execute the thoughts, maybe plan out the thoughts, whatever it may be. I enjoy working by myself, always have, always will. Working not only by myself, but for myself is even better. Helsinki, Finland, what's going on? Bring it on home. Alan, good to hear from you. I haven't seen you in a while. Gary's in the house. What do I put in my Java? Nothing yet. I could have used, you know, a couple of these past. You gotta talk to me. I'm talking to you, man. Right now. Come on, bring it on home. Thumbs up, people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And worms are pests. That's his crew. They are not predators. Johnny has been listening. Is a student becoming the teacher? Who knows? Thank you, Johnny, for examining that. There are predators out there that are also that we have to look out for. We got to get Paul over and, you know, into the actual oyster cave and have him maybe he could demonstrate a bag and we can really interview him and drill him like a ham steak. And we can get some questions together. We'll get a little preparation going for that. That would be fun. More like collapse at home. What do you mean? All right, enough of that. I thought you guys were working. Don't you guys got something to do? Or you just took a little half-hour break just to see what the hell I was doing? Because you knew I was putting it on. White sharks, predators. Yeah, there's no sharks out in the bay. You know, you hear all these stories and whatnot. You know what else you have to be very, very careful about, and we're very, very flesh-eating bacteria. Very, very dangerous. SpongeBob. Trophy. Is that a trophy in the cup? No, it's a clock. I broke the top of it, so I put it out here to hide it from the old lady. All right. Jaws was from Montauk, which is the point way out originally, I guess, or something. All right, what else? What else do I got for you? I got like 7 minutes. What do I got left? How long have we been on here for? I don't even know. How long have we been on for? Oh, 25 minutes. All right, I got 5 more minutes. Bags. I went over the bags. I didn't get into major details there. I want to save that because we're talking about another different system, and we're always improving the systems. The systems are constantly evolving. So making a video, by the time the video gets made and done, it could be outdated because we went to a newer system. We've already switched from, since I've been on, from the corners of the bags for the bridles in checking it out and trying different stuff, but you got to be careful because the bay is relentless, man. I mean, it just continually keeps going and going. It is, you talk about the Ever Ready Bunny, that wave action is doing this, or maybe it's only doing this for a little bit of time, but sometimes it's doing this, man, and it's going crazy. It was blowing a storm out there yesterday. I love it when it's like that because it's just, you know, when the going gets tough, the tough got to get going. It's that simple. (1906) in Jersey. What are you talking about? I don't think so. Really? Really? In Jersey? The same shark went from Jersey to Montauk and then it got caught? It's a possibility, I guess. They go from, you know, now we know. Them white sharks go from Nova Scotia all the way down to wherever and back up again, and sometimes they even do a couple of little loopy-doops in the Hatteras area, which, you know, personally myself, I happen to like Hatteras myself. I'd be loopy-dooping it around there myself. Martha's Vineyards, internet says, based film series of shark attacks are based on Southern New York in 1910. Anyway, you guys got it all figured out. What else? Why do I need a library when I got you guys? Bring it on home. Canopy growth, we talked about that. Oh, last and final thing of the week. I got so damn tired of holding that damn big belt circular sander. Where is that thing? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. There it is. I had this piece, right? This sander, it's ancient. It's, I don't even know what brand it is. It's probably Porter Cable, Craftsman. I don't know. You get a hernia every time you lift this damn thing up. So, and it's a pretty big sized disc. It handles a little large surface area, but it's tough to get into little tight corners. So I broke down. Now, again, this is Freddy's. The cord is getting beat up, and I was like, you know, it's time. It's time to put all good tools, at least in the back of the shelf. I didn't say throw it out. I just said in the back of the shelf. And I went and I bought myself a brand new 4.5 inch. This is 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Although I was out there last week. Brand new, DeWalt, nice. 11,000 RPM sander. Oh, the way to go. No ifs, no ands, or buts. It's a paddle switch, which that's how it works. It's got a little safety thing in here. You hold that down and boom, that goes, and it just awesome. Awesome. Strongly recommend it. It's like, why did I not go forward with that earlier? But, you know, fiberglass. I'm going to try to finish up my fiberglass today, at least on the front table. Then I got the back box I got to do too. So, it's all good. You got a motorized hyper beach bike. Eey. That thing's ancient, man. Foreman, that thing's got to be, I bet you that thing's maybe not quite as old as I am, but close. Every bit of 35 years old. Did you try out the spider crab yet? I did not. I gotta catch one first. The water's, because it's been a little choppy and whatnot, the water's not super clear, so I can't see quite to the bottom like I used to. But next, I'm gonna see what I can do about catching myself a spider crab. I'll let you know about that. Oh, I almost forgot. So, one of the projects I had to do was, over the past week, aside from flipping bags, is that I had to go around and check for empty bags. We got some bags that are on there. We know that they're empty, but we just got to go and kind of gather them up. So I'm unhooking them as I go, and I check, oh, oysters, next one, oh, oysters, oh, this one's empty, and I click, unclick it, and I keep going up and down the rows, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm there at one, and I'm unclicking, and just as I unclick, it started to register, and this little thing scurries off. And I just put two, as it's gone out of my sight, is when my mind registered, holy shit, it's a seahorse! It was a real, honest to goodness seahorse. Has a little tail wrapped around the bridle that came out. And it was like, wow, man, and he scurried off. I was so cool. I just wish I would have saw it, registered, and wasn't able to let it sit for just to be able to just check it out for like 5 seconds even. It was too damn quick. And bang, the seahorse was off to the races. So they're out there. Seahorses are out there. And now I want to see them again. And oh man, it was so exciting to see that. It is a very, very good thing. So that was that was a big excitement of my week. All right, just a little old seahorse about this big. It was cool though. All right, that's about all I got for you. Was that Fred? I haven't seen Fred in a while. Fred had his son out, and they were doing their thing, and they were fixing up a blah, blah, blah. So I haven't seen him. I was thinking maybe he might stop by today. He probably will. But again, today is my day. I'm going to hang out for myself today. I did my Wednesday chores. I did my garbage this morning. I'm in good shape. Do you still do the volunteering with who? Volunteering with who? Oh, you still do the volunteering at the Marine place? No, I have not been up to the SPAT program in a while. Thanks for asking, Wolfie. SPAT, and Kim Teetrell is the organizer of that. I have not been up there for a while now. I've just been so damn busy. Now things are starting to slow. Maybe I can get up there. Usually the summer season, they're doing their thing and they got a bunch of stuff, but I do got to get over it. I did see him once this past summer, a couple times. No, actually twice maybe. But I got to go see him again. I love the guy. I love that whole program. I love the whole idea of the organization of promoting it to the public. As long as if you get the public behind you, then you can get the other guys behind you. And again, like I said before, the industry is lacking leadership, and let's see what we can do. Go for a bike ride with Tony, maybe. Have to worry about poachers. England and France ramming each other's boats, fighting over mollusks. Oh, yeah. Say hi to the wife, too. No mermaids. No mermaids out there, not yet. I have no idea. You gotta remove 8 bags. Now they're gonna start asking me questions. I can't remember what bags off of what. These guys are starting to, no. Oh. You guys are out there, aren't you? Or are you just checking me out on land? I got the new guy Patrick and Paul are watching right now. All right, I got nothing else for you. Guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in. Our show would not be half as much fun if it wasn't for you guys. You guys are what keep me going. You keep me alive. You keep me charged. I'm having so much fun in my second career, my second life, my second, whatever you want to call it. And I love sharing it with you guys, man. So make sure you come in next week. I love it when you guys stop on by. Give me comments. I need a couple of comments after this thing rolls. This is a big updated issue. We got a lot going on. It's not stopping, man. So please, 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 come on down. 8 empty bags in a row from the east end of the line 2 on the West Shore. 8 empty bags. No. I didn't remove any empty bags. And when would I have done that? I haven't been off the boat in probably two full times. So, no, I did not. Important or not. I haven't been off the boat. Guys, enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Tune in next week. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Come over to our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Let me get the sand and some fiberglass. Enjoy, guys. Let me unhook it from here. I gotta get to the graphic. I gotta get t-shirts this week, I hope. See you later. Bye. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget the thumbs up. Are you sure?